This show is proudly brought to you by the #Me Network. And now, #RadioNZ.
Welcome to #Radio. I'm Fid McAwesome.
And I'm V8 Matty.
And on this week's Uncultured Roundup of social media, web tech and gaming, Samsung have started something new with their virtual reality technology.
Ooh.
Android is taking a subtle dig at Apple again.
Very subtle, of course.
And celebrities melting down and or leaving Twitter.
Yes, Twitter is a cesspool of angry people.
Yeah, but we'll come around to all of that. And we start the show off every week, though, with the news with Carice McAwesome.
And now the news with Carice McAwesome.
Carice, over to you, Carice.
It seems like Carice still hasn't come out of her silent treatment she's giving us.
Crikey, you must have really upset her, Fid.
Oh, I tend to do that, and even from another country, I'm still managing to upset her to the point that she's refusing to speak.
Yep, she's in the cone of silence.
Yep. So we'll just move on to the news that we have.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things this week from Apple. One of them being a bit of fun.
Yeah.
There is a hidden keyboard on your iPhone if you own an iPhone.
If you own an iPhone. Now, is this on any iPhone, or is it a particular iOS or particular model of iPhone?
No, I don't actually have those. Facts or figures, I don't know.
Boom, on the spot, straight away.
But most people, at least in the last two versions of iOS, so I'm going to assume it's going to be available on the latest couple of versions.
Yep.
So there is a hidden keyboard for those people that love emojis.
Oh, yay, emojis.
Yeah.
Does
So
it have
you've
the poo emoji?
I would assume so.
I hope so.
Yeah. Now, most people are already using emojis in their day-to-day texting or messaging and stuff now. And if you're on Android, you can download entire keyboards dedicated to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a dedicated emoji keyboard, or?
I use SwiftKey,
Yeah.
which is the swipey one.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a dedicated emoji one. I don't tend to use a lot of emojis, to be honest.
I've only started using them recently, and it's only really for tweets and Facebook statuses and stuff.
Yeah. I don't often use it. I mean, texting and stuff is usually I just want to get it said and be done with it.
Yeah. Just like, sup, bro?
Yeah. Yo. Up to G.
Yeah. So I use a keyboard called Kika, Kika, on Android, and it's fine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but there's a hidden one baked into iOS, and it has 100 emoticons.
So how does one access this hidden keyboard of awesomeness?
Really simple. You open up settings, and you tap on General, and then to Keyboards.
Oh, so it's not even hidden.
No, it's not even really hidden. It's just hidden in the settings. And in the Keyboards option, you tap on Keyboards, if this sounds confusing. Then you tap on the new keyboard, scroll down to Japanese, and choose Kana.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Kana. So it's a Japanese keyboard that has emojis in it.
So is it just emojis, do we think?
Yeah, it's Japanese icons and emojis.
Okay, so it wasn't really hidden, it was just in Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. So all of us people that refuse
everyone
to
in Japan's well aware of it, most likely.
Yeah, all of us English-speaking people though.
Westerners.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how you get it.
So get your emoji on with the iPhones.
So it's nice to start off with something positive and a bit fun for Apple.
It is.
It's not very often we have something positive and fun to say about Apple.
Well, that's very true. Valid point.
But I'm going to follow that up with a customer letter from Apple.
Okay. You're
That
going to read
they've,
us the whole letter?
no, I'm not going to read it out the whole letter.
We've got
Uh,
about 40 odd minutes to go. Surely we can read the whole letter.
Now, they have posted a letter on their website today.
An open letter from Tim Cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is explaining things that the American government are wanting them to do, and they don't want to do it.
Yeah. The
And
FBI.
yeah, so I tend to actually agree with Apple in this.
I read the whole letter and I think it's very well worded.
Yeah,
And it makes the point nice and clear and fairly straightforward for anyone. So basically, the FBI have asked Apple to put a backdoor into the security on the phones.
yeah,
For the sake of when they're investigating terrorist acts and that sort of stuff, so they can actually get in and access people's information. Now, the government and FBI think that's a good idea, but Apple have said no because basically it's giving out a key
to iOS.
to the iOS. So if anyone got a hold of that key, they could then potentially get anyone's information from iPhone and it would no longer be secure.
And it wouldn't take long for the wrong person to be given access to that version of iOS and then that person handing it on to the public.
Yeah, exactly.
These things get out all the time, so.
So good old Apple have actually said no to the FBI and they don't want to do that. They're happy to cooperate with any investigations, anything where the information's they've got a subpoena or a warrant to hand over the info.
Yeah.
But they will not create one master key that's going to unlock any iPhone.
Which is it's much the same with Google do exactly the same thing. Facebook do the same thing. They all, comply with everything that the FBI or the CIA or even the New Zealand police or Australian police, they all want as well. As long as there's a valid reason.
As long as there's a valid reason.
Yeah.
And they're simply refusing to bypass their own security settings.
Yeah.
They're happy to help out as much as they can, but they are not going to create a backdoor through the security settings.
Yeah.
And that's to protect everyone's privacy and everyone's private information. Apple don't believe that they should personally know what your personal stuff is on your phone.
Yeah.
And they aren't going to provide a way for anyone else to do that. So good on you, Apple.
Yep. I, for one, support Apple on this one.
Absolutely.
Now, while we're talking about Apple,
mm
Android took a dig at them this week.
No way. That's
I know.
not like them.
Well, it's been a while since it's happened. Been a while.
Suppose it has been. I guess with the Mobile World Congress coming up, they're getting all feisty.
I'd say it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So they've released a video on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else that you may view videos, which is a guy with two pianos. And he's tinkling away on one, and he turns around and he tinkles away, or attempts to tinkle away on the other one. Now, all the keys on the second piano all sound exactly the same.
So they're all the same tone, same
Exactly.
note.
Yep.
Ding, ding,
So-
ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
So basically what it's saying is on Android, everything may be different, but it's not the same as good. Each is different, but it works well together.
Oh.
Whereas
So,
the one...
so
that-
they're just saying that anyone that isn't Android, not specifically Apple.
No, they haven't specifically said Apple, but can you name me one other phone company that every single device and every single user experience is exactly the same? I mean, even Microsoft aren't guilty of that.
BlackBerry?
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, no, they're on Android now.
Oh, they are too.
Yeah.
They still got their own OS though.
Yeah, but that's...
I'm just
Not-
being the devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
We know it's Apple.
Yeah. So, yeah, really creative and interesting to see that they're taking a swing at Apple again after such a hiatus of not, having to go at them for a while.
Welcome back, Android. Back in the game.
Yeah, back in the fight. It's actually
Awesome.
funny because I had a conversation just last week about how once upon a time, it looked like Samsung were going to be that edgy company that would always go out and have a go at Apple. They for a while there they were mocking the lines outside the shop and stuff like that. And they've really softened up now and just focus on, oh, we've got a new phone. This is what it looks like, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
And they're not being as cheeky as they were.
Wonder if that's just whether it's a company-wide decision or if it's just the marketing team or maybe having a reshuffle, or I don't know. I mean, do the public enjoy those sort of campaigns?
I don't know. Personally, I think they're a bit of fun.
So do I. I find them quite amusing.
And it gives the company a bit of attitude. I like a bit of personality and attitude in the company.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah,
we're on the same page.
Yeah, as opposed to Apple, which does come across as a very stale company.
They do they're a bit fuddy-duddy these days, aren't they?
Yeah, and they used to be the fun company that was out there to shake things up.
Yeah, they used to be cool and edgy, but now they're just kind of the same old, same old. What do you buy your dad when he needs a new phone? Something that is just going to sort of do the job, get him an iPhone.
Yeah, something that simple. It's not going to confuse Granddad.
Yeah, exactly.
So while we're talking about Samsung, this will be probably our last thing before we go into our break. Samsung have supported the first ever virtual reality live streaming event.
Virtual reality live stream.
Yeah.
So what does that actually mean?
So what they did was they recorded the opening ceremony for the Lillehammer 2016 Winter Youth Olympic Games opening ceremony.
Awesome.
And they recorded it in 360 view.
Okay.
So if you had a Samsung Gear VR, you could actually watch the entire opening ceremony, in 360. You moved your head and to look at something, it would move with you.
All right, so were you like sitting in one spot for the whole thing?
You were sitting in one spot for the whole thing.
Okay. Was there anyone nice looking next to us?
I don't know because I don't own a Gear VR.
Oh, neither do I.
Yeah, but they got a few people together to experience it, and to be honest, it did look a wee bit cheesy, the photos I saw. But
maybe I'll get to see some more on Monday when I'm at the Samsung event.
Is it this Monday, is it?
Yeah, I think it's the 22nd, Monday.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we'll see some more of that stuff there.
Yeah, awesome. And so keep an eye on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter for what you guys are getting up to at the Samsung launch.
That's right. Carissa's still speaking to me when you're not around, so the plan is that the two of us are going to go up to Auckland and check that one out. So hopefully something exciting.
This is Unpack New Zealand, isn't it? So it's going to be happening like mere hours after the big Unpacked event.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Anyway, it must be time for our first break. And we'll be back with a whole heap of other tech news and gaming news, like which celebrity had a meltdown and left, which celebrity just is having a consistent meltdown online, and which big company told one of those celebrities to eat a dick. You're on hashtag.
And shit get blown way out of proportion. Way past discussion, just you against them, pick one in Russia. Figure you'll get jumped here, that's next. They don't wanna stop there, now they bustin'. Now you gushing. Ambulance rushing you to the hospital with a bad concussion. Plus you hit 4 times, put a hit your spine, paralyzed way down, then you wheelchair bound. Never mind that now, you lucky to be alive. Just think it all started, you fussing with 3 guys. Know your pride in the way, but your pride is the way you can fuck around, get shot down today. Niggas die every day, all over bullshit. Dope money, dice game, ordinary hood shit. Could this be cause of hip-hop music? Or did the ones with the good sense not use it? Usually, niggas don't know what to do when they're back against the wall, so they just start shooting. For red or for blue or for blow, I get from Bankhead up to your project. No more stress, now I'm straight. Now I get it, now I take time to think before I make mistakes, just for my family's sake. That part of me left yesterday, the heart of me is strong today. No regrets, I'm blessed to say the old me dead and gone away.
I've been traveling
been dead, looking back at it. Most of that shit didn't even have to happen. But you don't think about it when you're out there trapping in apartments, hanging, smoking and rapping. Niggas start shit. Next thing you know, we capping, get locked up, then didn't even get mad. Now think about damn, what a life I had. Most of that shit look back, just laugh. Some shit still look back, get sad. Maybe my homeboy still be around, had a knife, hit the nigga in the mouth that time. I won that fight, I lost that war. I can still see my nigga walking out that door. Who'da thought I'd never see for lunch no more? Got enough dead homies, I don't want no more. Cost a nigga his jaw, cost me more. I done took that ass whipping out for sure. Now I think before I risk my life, take them chances to get my strike. A nigga put his hands on me, alright. Otherwise stand there talk shit all night. Cause I hit you and you sue me, I shoot you, get locked up, who me? Ain't no more straight, now I'm straight. Now I get it, now I take time to think before I make mistakes, just for my family's sake. That part of me left yesterday, the heart of me is strong today. No regrets, I'm blessed to say the old me dead and gone away.
I've been traveling on this road too long, just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. And I've been traveling on this road too long, just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. I turn my head to the east, I don't see nobody by my side. I turn my head to the west, still nobody inside. So I turn my head to the north, swallow that pill that they call pride. That old me's dead and gone, but that new me'll be alright. I turn my head to the east, I don't see nobody by my side. I turn my head to the west, still nobody inside. So I turn my head to the north, swallow that pill that they call pride. That old me's dead and gone, but that new me'll be alright. Cause I've been traveling on this road too long, just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. And I've been traveling on this road too long, just trying to find my way back home. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
Welcome back to Hashtag Radio, and we're going to follow on with a little bit more info from Samsung.
Yeah.
Now, Samsung have finally confirmed that its smart TVs are listening to you talking.
Big Brother is watching.
That's right. So they've actually come out and warned customers not to speak about personal information while near their TV sets.
Yeah, so this here was something that came out at least a year ago, where people found a potential sort of disclaimer saying that your TV could be listening. But this is the first time really Samsung have outright issued a statement saying that they shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be talking about it.
That's right. And the thing is that they've actually revealed that the voice activation on their smart TVs will actually record all nearby conversations, and then that information can be shared, including sensitive data, with Samsung as well as third-party services.
Yeah, and this is all going to a third-party company called Nuance Communications, which
That's
we
right.
don't know anything about.
No, we don't. But they're the ones who do the voice translation on behalf of the Samsung TV. So when you tell the TV to do something, change channel or whatever, that voice command goes through to this company, Nuance, and they are the ones who interpret it, translate it, and send back the message to the TV what it needs to do.
Yeah, it must be doing that at lightning speed too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But they are potentially retaining that information, and Samsung can't really say what Nuance are then doing with that information.
Yeah.
So they can hear all of your conversations.
God.
Now,
I'd hate for them to hear what was being said in my house when I'm at home.
they've also stated, though, just to clarify, that if a consumer consents and uses the voice recognition feature, voice data is provided to a third party during a requested voice command search. So what they're
not
saying
all the time, every time.
So what they're saying is that it's not supposed to be recording all the time, but they are advising people anyway not to have personal conversations.
So do you think this is just them taking the safe route just in case they get caught out?
I think it is, yeah.
So
I
it's
don't
not
see
so,
why they would come out and sort of make it out to be that bad if there wasn't the potential for it to be that bad.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it is a case of we're not 100% sure of what the third party's doing, so we're just going to put this clause in there just to make sure our ass is covered.
Yeah, and if you're not using the voice recognition, I would suggest you go into your settings and make sure it's deactivated, because then obviously it's less likely to be recording anything.
See, so my smart TV is at least a year old now, possibly even older than that now. It'd be at least a year and a half old. And the voice activation is only done through the smart remote.
Yep, through the remote. My one's the same, I think. I
Yeah.
don't think the TV's got a built-in mic. It's in the remote control.
Yeah, so we actually stopped using the smart remote and just used the traditional remote.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Paranoia at its finest.
Oh, there was another reason why we stopped using it, but completely unrelated.
Oh, yes.
It just stopped working. The motion control part of it just stopped working.
So I got dropped too many times.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Or thrown.
Thrown by the kids. We'll blame the kids.
Yeah.
Bloody kids.
Yeah.
Wrecking
yeah.
stuff.
Big Brother is watching.
Yeah.
So this week was an interesting week for online social media meltdowns on Twitter.
Certainly was. They, one of the biggest guys, too.
Yeah. So Stephen Fry, who's been an awesome guy to follow on Twitter for years. I've always quite enjoyed Stephen's way with words and his humour.
I do too. I think he's a wonderful chap.
Yeah. And so he's quite often interacted with fans, put his opinions out there, and always really blatant about his opinions, never apologetic.
No, I mean he's a highly educated guy. He's renowned as a comedian, an author, an actor, the whole gambit basically. So I respect what he has to say. I don't necessarily always agree with it, but I respect his opinions.
Yeah, and he's got an amazing way with words as well, like getting his opinion across. And he never comes across as a "this is my opinion, I have only just come up with it." It always comes across as a very well thought out, well educated opinion.
That's right. I mean, he'll make a statement, but he'll back it up.
Yeah.
He supports everything he says.
The fascinating thing about his deletion of his Twitter account is this didn't actually really start on Twitter.
No, started on TV.
Yeah. So you were saying you've read a bit more about this. So what actually happened?
So he was presenting some awards. Was it the BAFTAs?
Yeah, I think it was the BAFTAs.
And the woman who won the award for the best costumes
Yep.
was dressed kind of shabby.
Yep.
So after she had
I did see the photo of her. And I'd agree, she did look kind of shabby. Didn't look like someone who would typically be at an award show.
That's right. So he came on after she'd received her award and said how ironic it was that the woman winning the award for doing the costumes came to the awards dressed as a bag lady.
Yeah.
Or a homeless person, basically.
Yeah.
Now, that didn't go down well via social media, so he took an absolute reaming on Twitter with angry people telling him what a dick he was for saying such a horrible thing about that woman.
Yeah.
Now, later on, he was posing for photos with this woman. Turns out they're close personal friends, and he was just giving her some stick, as you do with people that are friends with.
I mean, the amount of horrible things you and I have said to each other, even in the last half hour.
I didn't mean that, Fid.
No, but I mean, like, because we're good friends, and we give each other a stick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so because people obviously aren't aware that the two of them are friends, they've jumped to her defence and had a huge crap on him on Twitter, and he's just decided, well, that's enough. I'm out of here. People are constantly jumping to conclusions. They're opinionated scumbags, basically.
Yeah.
And he's just, that's it. Gone. So he's quit Twitter.
Yep.
I think he stated there that he's shut the door, but he hasn't locked it as such. He's left Twitter before for some breaks, but it sounds a bit more final this time.
It does.
But I guess if we watch this space, he at some stage he might come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he says that how much Twitter's changed over the years, and I tend to agree. It's not the fun, friendly place it used to be. It's more like a comment section
Yeah.
on a newspaper post, you know?
And he wasn't the only person to melt down on Twitter this week.
So who else had a meltdown?
Kanye West earlier this week released his new album,
Oh, God.
The Life of Pablo. Uh, and he has gone out and
That sounds racist.
yeah, he's gone out and sent this tirade of very, very strange tweets, basically saying that he's a creative genius and he needs our respect, deserves our respect, and he said that Pitchfork gave him a rating of 9 out of 10 when the album should be a 30 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm
Clearly
not
he
sure.
didn't do good at maths.
No, no, Kanye, no math good.
No math good, because 30 out of 10 don't happen, buddy.
Yeah, and he's also done some other very weird things, like went on about being $53 million in debt, and asked Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion to finance his ideas.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
okay,
he was getting all crappy that Zuckerberg wouldn't reply.
okay, so he has kind of replied
Oh,
without replying.
how do you
So
do that?
he hasn't personally gone and replied to it. However, a
Did he subtweet it?
kind of. But if you were the Facebook owner, would you be doing it on Facebook? Would you be doing it on Twitter?
Oh, valid point. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was a former Facebook software engineer named Stephen Grimm wrote a Facebook status that said, "Dear Kanye West, if you're going to ask the CEO of Facebook for $1 billion, maybe don't do it on Twitter." To which Mark Zuckerberg liked that comment.
Yeah, go and hit him up on Facebook, you tool bag.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's done all sorts of weird things, claiming to be this generation's Disney that needs the resources to make the world a better place, and it's all sorts of strange things.
I
But
really have well, I was going to say very little, but I'll have to say no respect for that man.
oh, well, it gets even funnier though. Um,
Funnier.
where if you didn't laugh, you'd cry.
Okay, hit me.
So about the tweet when he tweeted Pitchfork about the album as a 30 out of 10 instead of a 9 out of 10.
Yes.
Virgin Australia, the airlines, then tweeted him with EAD, you douche.
Now I wasn't familiar with EAD.
Yeah, so EAD is a shortened version of eat a dick.
Yes.
It is very funny what happened. Virgin Australia have quickly deleted that tweet and said
reprimanded the person who sent it.
they've said a recent tweet on our account was not published by a Virgin Australia employee, and we're investigating the matter. We apologise for any offence caused. However, Twitter supported that tweet. I'll just read out a few of the tweets in response to it. Was at DDSD tweeted, "We support Virgin Australia's anti-Kanye West stance." Andrea tweeted, "Well, personally, I thought Virgin Australia won Tweet of the Year with that."
They're pretty damn close.
Yeah, and this one here is probably a more honest one, and I'm sure somebody at Nokia New Zealand can relate to this. Virgin Australia employee accidentally tweets Kanye to eat a dick from the company account. Customers are very supportive. And that's exactly what I think it is somebody has accidentally tweeted from the wrong account.
Yeah, I do that myself quite often because I've got my own one and we've got our hashtag radio Twitter account. I'll quite often forget which one I'm in.
Yeah,
And tweet from the wrong one.
Luckily, we can get away with it being hashtag, but I've done it from corporate accounts of a very strict account I was in charge of for a while. I tweeted a picture of myself relaxing with a beer and realized it went from the wrong account.
Ooh.
No, I Instagrammed it. So it went out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So I swiftly jumped out of my hammock and ran to the computer and deleted it from all platforms before anyone noticed it or liked it or retweeted it or anything.
Oh, and if you guys want to see that, I can share that up tomorrow.
You got the screenshot.
You never know. Someone must do.
Oh,
Put
that's
up
what
the
makes,
call.
and this is what's funny is Virgin deleted that tweet, but because it's Virgin Australia, how many followers do they have? Somebody instantly screenshotted that.
Yeah.
So I think that wins tweet of the year. And like I said, someone at Nokia New Zealand can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it must be time for our next break, and we're going to come back with some gaming stuff,
Yeah, gaming.
including something that's kind of techie, kind of gaming. A huge company is releasing their gaming engine for free to be used by anybody.
Nice.
You're on hashtag.
Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, hey, I'ma put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That cold black cloud is coming down. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on.
Hashtag Radio NZ.
Welcome back to Hashtag Radio with the ever-increasing Australian Fid McAwesome.
Ever increasing Australian.
Does anyone hear that? It sounded Australian to me. Got a bit of a twang going.
Struth.
Struth, mate.
So anyway,
So
Amazon. Yeah, I'm just going to sweep that under the bloody didgeridoo, mate, and move on.
Fair dinkum.
Amazon have last year bought Crytek's CryEngine.
Ah, Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, they bought it for somewhere between $50 and $70 million. They haven't actually really confirmed, but those are two sources have stated that.
What do they want with it?
Well, that's what everybody sort of thought was last year when they purchased it was, what do they want with a gaming engine?
Hmm.
And it's since come to light exactly what it is, where they have just released their own gaming engine called Lumberyard.
Lumberyard.
Which is based on Crytek's famous Crytek engine. And it can be used to develop games for PC and console. And now, this new game engine is free to download and free to use. It has no fees, no subscription fees, or any requirements to share revenue.
Whoa.
So it's completely open. The only thing that they do is they say if you want to use web services for servers and stuff, they would prefer you use Amazon Web Services for multiplayer.
There's the catch, is it?
But in saying that, it's still very cheap. So it's only like $3 US for every 10,000 people that are playing the game at once.
Is that good?
If you were to use this engine and develop your own independent game, and you had 10,000 people playing it at once, I think you'd be happy with that success.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for every 10,000 people who log on, you have to
Can
pay
I-
$3.
Can I just come back to the name of it? Lumberyard.
Yep.
Lumberyard.
Lumberyard.
Where the hell did they get that from? That's stupid.
Well, why was it called CryEngine?
Well, Cry came from the start of the company name Crytek, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay, where did the name Crytek come from?
Well, they've not called it Emma Engine.
Emma Engine. Oh, no, they haven't. Ah, there we go.
No, they've gone Lumberyard. Hello.
It is a strange name.
It's a bit of a stretch.
But I mean, by the looks of it, it's a bloody powerful engine. I mean, we've all seen what the CryEngine can do on the Xbox One with, what was the Fall of Rome?
Rise.
Son of Rome.
Son of Rome.
Yeah.
Jinkies, what was it called? I think it was Son of Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was built on the CryEngine. It was amazing.
It was truly fantastic visuals, yeah.
Yeah. So
Bit of a glum game, but looked pretty.
I quite like the game because it was it was just a dumb game that you could just go in there and just cut people up.
Yeah, well, that's what you're into, Fid.
Well, when you think about like who they're competing with, these guys are competing with Unity, Unreal, or even just the traditional CryEngine that people have paid for.
Mm.
So interesting.
Yeah, I think it's good for the indie game guys
Yeah,
to have that sort of a game engine to actually use without having to pay through the eyeballs.
exactly.
It's fantastic.
Now the only game I've been playing this week, bro,
Mm.
Street Fighter 5, released yesterday.
Street Fighter 5. And you went to the launch event for that.
I did right after our show last week.
How was
cool.
it, mate?
It was cool. Had people dressed up in cosplay, handing out drinks and stuff like that. So I got selfies with Chun-Li and Ryu and Ken and Vega.
Yep, I saw a lot of those online.
It was a bit of a strange launch. Like, you know, previously when we've been to product launches, they have like a presentation and a bit of a chat and things like that.
Yep.
This was seriously just turn up, here's a free t-shirt, here's some free stuff, play the game.
You got a T-shirt.
I got a Street Fighter t-shirt.
Oh, you must be the happiest camper in all of
I was.
Camperville.
I wore it to work the next day. But yeah, no, it was fun, and I've been enjoying the game. Although I got the PC download code yesterday, put it on my computer, and my internet connection is so bad where I'm staying that it's apparently going to take 8 days to download.
That's a long time.
It's a very long time.
That's a very big Hadouken.
I'm looking forward to giving it a go on PC though, because I've only actually played it on the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can use the old Xbox One controller on the PC as well.
Exactly. So even though I can't play it on the Xbox One, I can still play it with the Xbox One controller, which I actually think is a better fighting controller.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. While we're talking about fighting, UFC 2 is now available for pre-order.
Oh.
Now that one features on the cover the only one-time defeated Rowdy Ronda Rousey
Yep.
and the lippy Irishman Conor McGregor.
Oh, I love Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Conor
I love
McGregor.
him.
Do you want a dog? Do you want a good dog? Got your dog. Do you want a dog?
I love him. I think he is the best mouthpiece in the UFC ever.
He's super lippy. He's
Yeah.
hard case.
The
If you
dude
can
knows how
get-
to sell tickets.
If you can get past that arrogant rubbish, he's actually very entertaining.
Yeah, I love that arrogant rubbish. I've always
He should
thought
be a
that-
wrestler.
Well, I was just about to say, I've always thought that he brings to UFC that showmanship of wrestling, of the hype and the
The theatrics.
he's completely taken the bad guy thing and applied it to a real fighting style.
Yeah, to people that are actually fighting for real.
Yeah, exactly. So you look at him like if he was in the WWE, he would not be out of place as a bad guy.
True story.
Yeah.
Um, Other gaming news. Rocket League is now available on Xbox One.
Oh, I've been playing that for at least a year.
It's been out since I think July of last year, so not a
Yeah,
year,
not
maybe
quite.
7 months, something
Yeah.
like that. So it's been about on PlayStation, but I, for one, have not really heard anything about it. So the PlayStation players obviously weren't raving too loudly, were they?
I raved about it on our show after it came out. It was they came out for free on the PlayStation when it was first launched,
Was it
and
free?
yeah, it was one of their games for the instant game collection. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. A
Yeah.
brand new game, free.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
Completely free.
No, I
And
don't believe, you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies.
It's available now on Xbox One. Xbox NZ just gave away a couple of copies on Facebook. So if you're one of those lucky people, well done. If not, go and buy it. It's cheap.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a great game. It's awesome, highly addictive, just a bit of dumb fun.
Yeah, and if you aren't familiar with Rocket League, I mean, it sounds a bit shooty, but it's actually playing soccer with cars that have rocket engines so you can sort of fly your car around
Yeah.
and hit the big giant ball into the net.
Yeah, and there's some serious competitions going for it now, so it's quickly becoming considered an esport.
I love esport.
Oh, I know. I actually had a discussion on a podcast last night. I was on the Double Tap podcast from Audioboom,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about Street Fighter 5.
Double
And
tapping.
I had to talk about esports, and I bit my tongue and talked about esports about it, and I was like, I'm very much realizing how wrong I was with my opinion of esports. I still don't like the word sports, but I'm going to say I was wrong.
Hey!
Yeah.
And we've got that. That's recorded and that's on the internet.
Yep.
That's going to be there forever now. Fid admitted he was wrong. Maybe Carice will be back next week.
Yeah, she missed that. So yeah, anyway, so that podcast is actually coming out tomorrow. So check it out on Audio Boom.
Cool.
Double Tap Podcast. I'm sure we'll share it on our Facebook and Twitter.
Yep, we'll chuck a link up there. In other news, Fallout 4. Stand by, Fallout 4 players. There's the first series of add-ons is coming.
Yes, finally.
Woo! Now, they're going to be releasing 3 of them over the next 3 months. So there'll be one in March, one in April, and one in May. The March one's called Automatron.
Mhm.
Then in April, we'll get the Wasteland Workshop. And in May, Far Harbor. Now, Far Harbor is probably the biggest of the 3, and you actually get to sail across to another place and do stuff Fallout 4-ish over there.
Yeah. So it's an entire new map on that one.
It is. Now, there are going to be costs for those. You're going to have to buy them. If you've got the season pass, I think they're all included in that.
Yeah, if you've already got the season pass, you will get all 3. And if you already had the season pass, you're also going to be counting your lucky stars that you did get it early because the price of the season pass is going up.
When does it go up? Do we know? Has it already happened?
I don't know. Last time I looked, which was actually this morning, it hadn't gone up.
Okay.
So I'll quickly have a look right now if I were you. And if you want the season pass, buy it now while it's cheap.
Is that on PC and Xbox?
It's
or
across everything.
Across everything? Okay.
PC, Xbox, PlayStation. They're putting it up because they didn't anticipate that the add-ons that they were going to bring out in the first year were going to be so big.
Okay, so they're blaming production costs.
They're blaming production costs, but they're also saying, hey, we've actually decided to make the DLC way bigger and way more awesome because this is what the fans wanted.
Still brings me back to the DLC thing that if you're going to release a game and sell it, then release a game and sell it. Don't release half a game and then make us buy the other half.
Yeah, but in saying that, Fallout 4 is a huge game, so you cannot accuse Fallout 4
Cancel.
of being half a game. It is a massive game. You can spend the first month just building your sanctuary.
I have. I've spent the first every month building that. I've done nothing else,
That's all you've done is build your sanctuary.
pretty much. What else we got? Gaming news. Less than 2 months to go until the launch of Quantum Break.
I'm looking forward to that game.
Now, this one's been hyped up ever since the Xbox One was announced.
Yeah. Pushed
Uh,
back and pushed back and pushed back.
it's also going to be launching on Windows 10 on the 5th of April. And will be no additional cost for those who digitally pre-order it on Xbox One.
Now, there was some weird hatred about this online.
I'm going to guess from PlayStation owners.
No. From Xbox fans.
Oh. Why
They're
would they
saying-
be unhappy with that?
They've been saying, why are you bothering to release it on PC and why are you giving it away for free? Is this because you have no faith in the Xbox and you want us to have it on PlayStation because the Xbox is going to go away?
On PC, you mean?
On
You said
PC,
PlayStation.
because... Yeah, they're saying, yeah, sorry.
Yep.
On the PC because the Xbox is going away. You're basically saying you have no faith.
I think it's more to do with the cross-platform scenario.
That's sort of what I think too.
And
I
then
think
maybe they're going to introduce it so you can play against Xbox people from your PC and vice versa. Maybe have your game linked so your progress from one carries over to the other and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Which would be
There's a whole-
awesome.
Yeah, there's apparently a whole bunch of other free downloads as well that are going to be available if you pre-order as well, like a whole heap of stuff.
There's also the Xbox One bundle for New Zealand that's been announced, which includes the black Xbox One 1 terabyte console, the Xbox One wireless controller with the 3.5mm headset jack, a 14-day Xbox Live Gold membership trial, the full game download of Quantum Break, and a full game download of Alan Wake, as well as access to the Signal and the Writer DLC content, which will be playable via Xbox One backwards compatibility.
Yeah, so there's a
Not
whole
a bad
bunch.
bundle.
It's a whole bunch of extra goodies that are coming out.
Yeah.
Um,
So if you're onto it and you pre-order for Xbox One, the game, you'll get it for free on Windows 10 also.
Yeah, that's well worth pre-ordering that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to do it. Except that main actor guy. I don't like that dude.
Who was it?
Oh,
I can't even remember who's in the game.
was he a hobbit?
Possibly.
I can't remember. He's so good I don't remember his name. But yeah, I just think he's a weird looking dude. I've never really been a fan.
Yeah.
I'll get past that as far as playing the game goes, as long as I don't have to look at his stupid face the whole time.
It does look like a fun game though.
No offense to whatever your name is, but you know, each to their own.
What else we got?
What else have we got? Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer starter pack, available exclusively on Steam, but for a limited time. So February 16 to February 29. So right now you can get the Black Ops 3 multiplayer starter pack for PC.
Yep.
Now there's a whole lot of stuff it doesn't include, so it's not the full game, okay? It's just the multiplayer starter pack. So what do you get? You get the opportunity to upgrade to the full PC version of the game at any time. It's more of a taster. It's like $15 US. So I'm not sure what that is going to equate to here on the New Zealand Steam store because I haven't had a chance to look. But it will not include the zombies mode, the campaign mode, the ability to multiplayer customize games. You will not be able to prestige. Your level will be capped at 55 in the starter pack, so you'll hit 55 and not prestige. You won't have access to mod tools or modded content once that's released. You won't have access to the unranked server browser once that's released. The ability to fresh start your profile or the ability to access Dead Ops Arcade 2 and Nightmare mode.
So this is purely just there to... This is your first taste.
It's just the starter for multiplayer. So you're just getting the basics of the multiplayer game on PC. If you like it, then fine. Buy the rest of the game and carry on.
Dealer on the corner saying, hey, you want to try this? Give you the first hit for free.
Yeah, well, it's not quite free. It's the cheap little hit to get you started. and then it goes full price once you're on. Once
Yeah.
you're hooked.
The traditional drug dealer method.
Yeah. So if you've been contemplating trying Black Ops 3 on PC, jump on now. I don't know why it's only available Feb 16 to Feb 29. I thought they would have maybe left it running longer. Maybe they will. But at this stage, it's just for that limited time. So jump on, grab it while it's relatively cheap there and have a go. And if you like it, you can upgrade to the full game.
Awesome.
That's about it for gaming news for me this week.
Yeah. I think we must be just about getting to the end of the show anyway.
We are at the end of the show. Yes, we are.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in this week. Make sure you check out all the rest of our podcasts as well. And for those who subscribe, thank you. And tell your friends about the show. And if you listen to us on iTunes, give us a rating on there. Give us a review.
Yeah, be honest.
Yeah, because that helps us get up there, and so more people get to find out who we are.
That's right. Sharing is caring.
Yep. Also, remember you can follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. Hashtag Radio NZ are our handles on both of those. Get on Instagram as well, because every time we're at an event, we've got photos up there from what we're doing.
Indeed,
And
do.
our username on there is actually #me.co.nz, so it's the same as our website.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. And that's us for this week.
We'll be back next week. See you.
#me.co.nz